I am very sorry there wasn't a video yesterday. We're back for a transfer special today. I'll be honest, yesterday I was very annoyed with my ISP. Very, very annoyed with my internet situation. It is no closer to being fixed as I sit and record this. Tomorrow is Thursday. I've got a transfer special to record, and I'm hoping that we're going to get this video up before the weekend at the very, very least. In terms of what we're coming back for, originally I was going to plan to do loads of transfer-y bits, get some outs done, and then come back and sit here a bit like we did last summer. Then Newcastle bid on Horniak. £210 million is what I negotiated with them, and I can't quite believe they've accepted it. So even though he has no interest in going, I'm going to tell him we should go and talk to you. Even though he doesn't want to go, I'm accepting the offer. Horniak, you're not wanted here, at least for 210 million. I'm not losing my mind, right? I don't think I'm losing my mind. Not over this, at least. Maybe over everything else going on in my life at the moment. Yeah, we're going to try and sell Horniak today, I think. We'll run the intro and then we'll just get into the transfer special now. It's the 9th of June. This is a very early transfer special. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're doing it here. We're doing it live. Intro. Editing Jack. Roll it. Yes, folks, how is it going? And welcome back to episode number 54 of Park to Prem. Last episode was the end of season episode. We had the FA Cup final. We had the Champions League final. This is your final warning to go and watch that, because we're going to talk about how this is probably the last ever transfer special. Certainly the last ever summer transfer window. It might be that this video that we do today is actually 2 videos that do the entire summer transfer window. The reason I say that is because the internet is so bad at the moment, not entirely sure it's going to handle me uploading like anything longer than a half-an-hour video. And I know that you guys love the transfer specials. I kind of love them too. I don't want to cut it short just for the sake of appeasing British Telecom. Now, as already mentioned, I was trying to get some transfer business stuff done before Newcastle very rudely bid on Horniak. So let's catch up to speed real quick, because there is a fairly significant departure possibly happening, and that is Vassalo. Of course, the Maltese magician signed for 64 million a couple of years ago. This year didn't really feature in the first team as much as you might expect. If we just look at things here, Inter have made a bid of £65 million. That is more money than I actually paid for him, so we're making a profit on a player who's going to be 30 come next year. And the reason that I feel confident selling him is because we've got a lot of players coming back from loan spells who have come back, dare I say, good enough for the first team. Dare I say it? I say they're back from loan. They're not back from loan yet. But the man who I'm kind of earmarking as the next Vassalo is Agueyi, a player who has been on loan at TWAF the last couple of seasons. You can see here, had a good season with them last year. This year, maybe not quite as impressive. But he has developed a lot. And to be honest, at 21 years old, I think he is good enough to be a squad player for us. I think this man is good enough to come in and fill the boots of Vassalo. I'll let you decide. Ultimately, 65 million for a 29-year-old. We've got a player 8 years his junior, ready and raring to go, who's already here. Speaking of a couple of loanees that we are trying to get into the first team, another player who I'm keen, I think, to make use of this year is Nicolas Lozano. 21 years old, has just spent the year at Benfica, 11 goals in 28 games for them. A really, really impressive return, playing out on the right-hand side. You can see here, he has developed a lot. A bit of a late bloomer, I feel like. We signed him for 1.3 million. He spent a year and a half with us, playing the odd game here and there, but not really showing us enough promise. Went on loan to play in the second division of Spain, kind of found his feet there, and then this year he's really taken a big leap up. I think he's good enough for the first team. So another player who maybe we promote, maybe that gives me the option to sell someone on for some money and not have to worry about signing a replacement. And well, certainly a player who is returning from loan, who is going to cause me a headache. We are going to have to address the situation. Kayondo. Yeah, remember Kayondo? He's still around. So just as a refresher, we've got Leonardo, who is our, well, first choice goalkeeper as of this year. A world-class goalkeeper at 26. I think he's been worth each and every penny. Just a reminder, we got this guy for 25 million. If that is not the Premier League signing of the season, I don't know what is. But alongside him, of course, we've got Kayondo. We've got Mario Ruiz, whose contract does expire at the end of next year. Mario, do you want to sign a new deal? he would be open to the idea. That's quite a reasonable wage demand from him. And then to top it all off, we've got another player here in the goalkeeping department, which is Perry Harris. This man has come through our academy somewhat under the radar. I only noticed him during this year playing for the England under-21s. He doesn't really look like anything special. I don't necessarily think he's the world's best goalkeeper, but third choice keeper, homegrown at club, if Lee Camp is good enough for Manchester United, Perry Harris, good enough for Crystal Palace in 2036. Now, you might have noticed one player missing when I went through the goalkeepers, and that's because we've already shuffled one of them on. Craig Lewis has left the building to join Chelsea. Of course, we signed him for £9 million from Liverpool. This year, he played 5 games. He was our third choice goalkeeper, and we've more than doubled our money on him, which, considering he's now 30, considering he's not better than 3 of the goalkeepers currently in the team, I feel like 22 million is a really good deal for him. So a bit of money made there. We've got Vassalo on the way out, Horniak on the way out. We could be swimming in even more cash than we've already got. So I suppose we should talk about how we might spend it. Before we do that, though, just one more player I've remembered who's coming back from loan. Edison Pabon. He also looks very good, doesn't he, at 19? He's also been on loan at Benfica, playing on the same wing as Lozano, which is kind of nice that 2 of our youngsters have played alongside each other on the right side for Benfica. He's had a very good season for a 19-year-old. He's improved a hell of a lot. We've got so many right backs, I feel like. We've got John Joe Bowyer, who's just been capped for England. Arguably, probably is actually worse than Pabon, but he is English, so we've got to have that biased and all that. Basically, if we just look at the team as things stand, we've probably got to make a decision between Mario Ruiz and Kayondo. I'd love to know your thoughts on who you'd keep and who you'd be getting rid of down in the comments. I feel like with Kayondo and Leonardo, they're probably 2 players who are going to want to both be starters. It could be a nightmare. Mario Ruiz is the quantity we know, but maybe slightly less good. But if we just highlight the whole team here, you can see we've got a squad of 31. There is also one name at the bottom you might have noticed, Stephen Gold. Now, people have said that the last few seasons, things have gone well. They've maybe been a bit too simple. Is that a fair way to... We've done very well. Maybe for this coming year, we try and make Stephen Gold, I don't want to say the star of the show, but maybe I try and see if I can actually achieve reasonable success with a man with 5 finishing at attack. Also, he has just signed a new deal. I'm paying him £40,000, I realise. I mean, we go way back, to be fair. That is a lot of money to be paying him. He got 6 goals in the Championship. Maybe the idea of me playing him as a regular first-team member is a terrible idea. I still kind of just want to have him around, though, for the final season. It's like The Last Dance. We've all seen the Netflix documentary by now. If you haven't, go watch it. Not right now, of course, because you're here. But after watching this, load up Netflix, go watch The Last Dance. That'll give you a vibe for what I feel like the last season's going to be like. And before anyone says, Dylan Crow has retired, so we can't have Dylan Crow. Although, I mean, Jones is still around. Jones is only 30. I mean, he's been around since the beginning, this man. People have asked where he's been recently. Wales and Scunthorpe. Yeah, he's got a bit of a fall from grace when it's come to his career lately, hasn't he? So I have done a little bit of planning and plotting kind of with the team that I've got. This is what I think our best 11 is for this year. Of course, Horniak could possibly be on his way out. He has already told me he's not going to go to Newcastle, but I'm hoping, because it's Newcastle, they've got all that money, maybe he'll have a change of heart when he sees them open a suitcase full of cash in front of them. So if he leaves, we might have a spot to fill there, although we have got players like Panariello and George waiting to come in. I mean, when you look at this starting 11, I don't feel like there's any obvious place of weakness. Maybe a striker should be top of the order. I know people have had question marks over Gurajaga, and they're probably fair question marks, to be fair. I will say, he's been very, very consistent for us. I mean, this year, if we just look at things, he's had an XG of 13.38 in the league and scored 16 goals. He was injured with a broken ankle for the first half. But I do feel like maybe just going mental on a big goal scorer. Minor difference between those two things is the way to go. The reason I've got goalkeeper in my mind is because we've got 4 first-team goalkeepers and I need to figure out what we're going to do. If we look at the bench, when we've got players like McIntosh, I forget, by the way, McIntosh is only 25. Feels like he's been around forever, but he's still a young, what's the word I'm looking for? A young stud. That sounds almost creepy, doesn't it? Let's move on. Look, we've got him. He's younger than you might realise. He's only 25, McIntosh. We've got Chibuk, George, Panariello, Lozano. I think he's probably on the bench for the coming year. Ian Marnes, again, very, very good. Heinz Winter, homegrown at club as of this summer. So if you're thinking he might be a man to move on, especially because apparently he's still unhappy, he won't be moving on. I've waited 3 years for him to get homegrown. He's not leaving now. Also, Chibuk gets homegrown next year. Pabon could get homegrown in a couple of years' time. We've had this big issue with homegrown at club players. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. We've nearly solved it. Maybe next year I'll actually be able to register a squad of 25 for the Champions League. That would be nice. So I think the order of the day here is get rid of Horniak, get Vassalo sorted, maybe look to move on some of the players further down the list here. I look at players like Luca, who we signed this year. I'll be honest, it was just a thumbnail signing. I've had this conversation before. When you get to this far in the future in a Football Manager save game, it's good to have a few players like Luca that you can just kind of sign and slap on a thumbnail and stuff. Actually, now I think about it, I don't know if he went on the thumbnail when we signed him. That's irrelevant. I bought him for the clicks. Whether or not he got the clicks didn't really matter. I will probably try and sell him on. Elsewhere, Mola is homegrown at club, but has had so many issues of injuries. I am currently shopping him around just to see if there's any interest. I do think a backup left back is perhaps the one area of the team that when I look at it, we are genuinely missing. So a backup left back, possibly on the shopping list. Elsewhere, Vassalo's on his way out. We need to get rid of a goalkeeper. Toby Newton. Oh, Toby. I don't think he's that good. But he is also homegrown at club. Not homegrown at club. Homegrown in nation, which is semi-useful, although looking at it, we could get rid of him if Stephen Gold stays in the first team. I mean, and put that as another reason to keep Stephen Gold in the first team in the little chart we have. Yeah, I feel like we need to get rid of some of the fringe players, a striker and a left back, and basically just spending all this money, I think, is the name of the day. And of course, if Horniak does leave, we're going to have like 300 million to spend to go wild. So, yeah, I've not hit continue yet since I hit start record about 12 minutes ago. So, gonna start doing that now. It's only the start of June. This is almost certainly going to be a 2-part transfer special to end the week. I hope that's okay with everyone. Now, I actually eyed up this guy, Mohamed Al-Sayed, a few years ago, because he looks very good. He's been a mainstay of Chelsea's first team for the foreseeable future. His contract is up at the end of next year. You can see this year, even though his average ratings weren't that good, he did actually do quite a lot for them. He's available for 43 million. Now, I know I don't need a right back, and I know I don't necessarily need a centre mid, but if Horniak's on his way out, would El-Sayed be an awful option? I don't think he would be. Not at 43 million. I'm going to put in an offer just to be a pain in the arse to Arsenal. Why not? I'll suggest it. They've accepted it. Bob's your uncle. I'm making a spur of the moment signing 2 days into the episode. Let's continue. Now, I have got to offer him a contract. He's happy to be a squad player. He's self-aware of the fact he is, in his late 20s now. £250,000 a week he's asking for. I'm going to say 200,000, but 4-year deal. He really wants 250. Can we do 205? He really wants 210. He really wants 250. I'm going to do 210. I'm playing hardball. You know what? I could afford 250. And apparently he's not going to accept anything less. So I'm going to do it. Now, does he really fit the team? I'm not entirely sure. I'm looking at him now realising at 29, I could just train him to play left back. He can already play a few positions. He can already play right back. If I train him to be left back, he'd be like the ultimate player on the bench who can play on the right for us. Right back, left back, centre mid, centre attacking mid. I mean, I'll tell you what, I might class this as me successfully signing a left back. Even if you guys don't disagree, or don't agree, you probably disagree. I think it's the right thing to do. Not gonna lie. Really banking on selling Vassalo this year. Bit annoyed. He's just turned down Inter Milan. When there's 2 teams interested, I'm not not paying any of his wages. We'll offer him out again. Inter, come in and have another offer. Have another chat with him. Barcelona. Okay, well, Barcelona have come along. I mean, hopefully they have more money in this reality than they do in real life right now. I'll accept that. Maybe he'll be buggering off. I kind of need to sell him. If we don't sell him, I have a very, very big squad and lots of centre-backs, and I have no idea who we're going to get rid of. Middleby is asking about a new contract. Now, would it be controversial to sell Middleby? Would it be controversial to kick Middleby out? When we've got Heinz Winter, we've got Mans, we've got Lucha, we've got potentially Stephen Gold. What I will say is, do we have that many centre-attacking mids? Because that would be my concern is, like, how many centre-attacking mids do we have without Middleby? I suppose we will have Newton, George, Lind, Middleby, Panariello, Horniak. Maybe I could sell Middleby. Maybe I could. I mean, you can see here how many games he's played in this position and the ratings. He's done quite well when he's played centre attacking mid. And here's one of my favourites. But maybe it is time to go. I've already offered him out for 125 and no one nibbled. I'm going to lower it slightly. Remember once upon a time we rejected a bid of just over 100 million for him. If a team comes in for a £105 million bid now, I'll probably let him go. He wants to discuss a new contract. We can't afford it. That's a lie. We can afford it. I realise I pissed him off a few months ago and promised I wasn't going to make him angry anymore. He might be more angry now. Or maybe he's not bothered. Okay, we're fine. Also, Chelsea make Al Sayed stuff. They've made a decision. They rejected a bid from Newcastle. They've accepted... have they accepted bids from other teams? Is everyone else in for him? Arsenal and Manchester United both want him. That makes me want him more. Now, this might be counterintuitive. I'll give you 275. You know, he's experienced. He's got great determination, model professional personality, 141 caps. He can play right back. He can play everywhere. He can be our backup left back for the next few years. I mean, is he better? Okay, hear me out. Is he better than Chirich? I mean, he probably is. I mean, maybe the physicals are lacking slightly. I think we're going to try and sign him. I didn't think I needed Al Sayed. I'm now going to be really annoyed if he goes to Arsenal or Manchester United or even Newcastle if they up their bid. I mean, I can't pretend to be surprised, but Horniak has turned down Newcastle, which on the one hand, £210 million would have been quite nice. On the flip side, he is very, very good, and I was kind of looking to make him a regular member of the first team this year. Maybe it's okay that he's staying around. I need to get Vassalo gone, but even if Vassalo leaves, right, for the 60 million and Al Sayed comes in, the net kind of difference between these two is still 20 million in our favour. We'll still have 120 million to go and sign like a really, really good player. So I was sat thinking, maybe have a look at other transfer listed players. You know, we've got Al Sayed joining us. Is there maybe a striker? Well, I'll tell you what, there was Mladenovic, who caught my eye. He's a good little player, but he doesn't like important matches. But he's been a good player for Arsenal over the years. And then I saw Sergio Lopez. Now, this man, he's just turned 29. He's on £500,000 a week. But look how good he is. Look, he's transfer listed by Barcelona. He scored 24 goals from last year. His goal scoring record is ridiculous. And yes, he's not, you know, the youngest option I could go for. But 81 million. I can afford that without selling anyone. I'm gonna do it. I'm hoping he's not asking for £500,000 a week like he's currently on. Our current highest earners are on £300,000. So it'd be a little bit of a jump. Okay, Lopez is incredibly interested. He's also got interest from Bayern Munich, Chelsea and Everton. Although apparently he's got less interest in joining Chelsea and Everton. You know what? I like this man already. Wage expectations, 275 to 350. He's asked for 300 as a starting point. That's very reasonable considering he's currently on 500,000. We go 275. 275. Oh my word. You know what, Sergio? You and I, we're going to be best mates. He's really good, right? I'm not like bigging him up for no reason. He is really, really good. Should we compare him to Gurajaga, like our current, you know, star striker? I mean, he makes Gurajaga look like a child. Yeah, he's not young, but 81 million in the grand scheme of things. When we're selling Vassalo, who's the same age, for 60 million, and we've already got the replacement sorted there, it's not even that much money. I mean, it is a lot of money. Modern football's ruined everything, but he's affordable for us. The wages are right. I like him a lot. He's got a really good goal scoring record too. Now, maybe it's premature to say this as I mash continue. I was about to say, I think we've won the transfer window. We're not going to win it if Vassalo won't go anywhere. Vassalo. I'm going to lower his asking price and transfer list him. And hope someone bids on him. He's turned down Inter. He's turned down Barcelona. Who's he waiting for to bid on him? Like, who does he think's going to come in and give him more money than those two clubs? It's a joke. Okay, club number 3 has come in for Vassalo. Real Madrid, it's not quite as much as the other teams, but 54 million I think is still a pretty good sum of money. We take home just less than 50 million of that. As I said, it's kind of a nice position to be in with Vassalo because we're selling him, but we already have the centre-back who I want to bring in to replace him. So it's not like we've got to, you know, look to spend the money we get back for him. So in many ways, It's just about getting as much money as we possibly can, but there's not this big pressure where we're looking to recoup as much of the I guess initial investment as we can to reinvest it in a new centre-back. The new centre-back's here. He's already arrived. I really hope he goes to them this time. Otherwise, this is just going to be a saga all summer where I'm just getting really, really grumpy with him. And I'll tell you what, me and Vassalo, I thought we were really good mates. I thought we were, we're like Dick and Dom, Ant and Dec. I'm trying to now think of a more American or global version than those two. Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men. Do you guys know them? Well, it's like, we're like that. We're two peas in a pod. And now he's just doing me dirty. Everton have made a bid for Sergio Lopez. I mean this in the most polite way, Everton. You already have Infante. You don't need two strikers. Where is Infante? You do not need Infante alongside Sergio Lopez. Like, if you get these two players, it would not be fair. What I will say is Sergio Lopez is quite good, isn't he? You know what? Sergio, I've heard the Everton have come in, mate. It is a bit more. I'll give you 300k. You know what? We'll just put these to round numbers because I'm weird. Oh, I'll tell you what, if I miss out on El Sayed and Lopez, it's going to be a disaster. Because I think if I get those two players, they're like the two missing pieces of the puzzle. In fact, they're two pieces to the puzzle. I think there's only one spot left in the puzzle. But you can always have, extra pieces left over. It's better to have too many pieces in the puzzle than too little. It's what my grandma used to say. PSG have ruined everything. PSG, El Sayed. At least it's not a Premier League rival. I didn't want him anyway. I didn't want him anyway. 350k. No, did not want. It's okay. We're going to get Lopez and everything will be fine. Oh, do I go give Lopez more? No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll get one of the two and, we'll be gravy. He already said he's less interested in Everton, right? Oh, now I'm starting to panic. Now I'm starting to worry. I thought I was sorted. I thought I was good. I don't want to give him more than 300k. As good as he is, he is very good though, isn't he? He is very, and I've just missed out on one target. Is it just Everton, right? Everton aren't even making a bid anymore. Did he decline Everton? I'll tell you what, if he joins us having declined Everton, we might be best mates. Everton did make a bid, right? They did. Oh, he's expected to make his decision in the next couple of days. Well, it's been one day. Can you feel the anxious energy here as I hit continue? I feel like if we get in Lopez, that is the striker done. And like a really, really, really good price. The striker done. I've seen in the comments the last couple of years, yeah, striker. I found the man. I found the man that you guys in the chat were talking about down in the comments. Just get him on the next flight. Get the flight tracker up. I'm just, you know what? Nothing else matters at this point. I'm just hitting continue. He will be a player before I do anything else. I mean, he is a player now, but he'll be a Crystal Palace player. Where is he? We've done it. We've done it. Imagine if he didn't get a work permit now. No, he's going to get a work permit. It's going to be all okay. £81 million for Sergio Lopez. Apparently, his asking price is below the market value. It'll make us $4 million in marketability. Love that. Loves important matches. Consistent. He's very good, isn't he? Oh, he's dreamy. I'm happy. I'm happy. If he now doesn't get a work permit, that would be mental. When's the work permit? 2 days. I'll join you then. So no update on the Vassalo contract situation, but Sergio Lopez, legendary striker, welcome to Crystal Palace. Now Gurajaga's on the bench. I have too many players on the bench, don't I? Or big name set to boost shirt sales. We're going to be the biggest club in Colombia. I can't wait. Oh my word. Oh my word. I love him. Sergio Lopez, you beautiful man. Apparently, Gurajага is the top selling shirt at present. And Lopez shirts will be a high seller. Gurajага is expected to remain the number one. Remember that. Does anyone else wish that this kind of shirt selling information existed somewhere in game a bit more fleshed out? I feel like it'd give you a better kind of idea of who the hometown favourite players are in your squad that you sometimes don't get playing FM. Also, where is he? Wait, has he arrived yet? Has he arrived? Is he here? Am I blind? He is here. Look for the 5-star player, Jack. Open your eyes. Right. Sergio Lopez at striker in the beautiful, beautiful stripes of Crystal Palace colours. I mean, I just feel emotional. So the Premier League signings of the season for last season have just come through. We've got a couple of players in it, which is always good to see. Collins, deemed signing of the season. And you know what? 27 games played, a 7.38 rating. Yeah, he might be 32. I'll tell you what, he's a blooming good player. And despite some injuries, his natural fitness really helped him out, just maintaining his overall ability. He's slotted in perfectly. He won, signing of the season, as you can see here. And Leonardo, our goalkeeper, third in the list. I don't know if that means he came third. And like this is now in order, or if all four of these players are just evenly rated as the runners-up. But either way, £25 million spent for him. Elsewhere, Federico Ferreira, who, did he used to play for FC United? I swear this was our FC United goalkeeper. It was! He won signing of the... He got a 7.09. I mean, his ratings are quite good. He got 7 player of the matches, I realise, as a goalkeeper. Signed from FC United for £8 million. I picked him up, didn't I, for FC United back in the day. He came 5th place. It's a small world. Everyone is linked. I'm not being funny. Horniak turns down Newcastle and then has the audacity to come to me weeks later and say, I'd like a new contract, please. Absolutely not. No. We can't afford it. That's a lie. We can afford it, but I can't afford it for you. I wish you'd gone to Newcastle. Just looking at it makes me feel sad. I'm never getting a £210 million bid again, am I? Let's be real here. I'm so... Maybe they'll come back. I can hope they come back. Please, Newcastle, give me a call. You have my number, I think. Hallelujah. 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 No, my internet's not been fixed. Vassilo, though, is going to Real Madrid. Believe me, when the internet problems are solved, I'm celebrating more than what I've just done there. I'm going to be running around on my flat, ripping off my shirt in celebration. It's going to be like I scored, like, you know, Aguero when he scored that last-minute Premier League title winner. That's going to be in my living room when the internet's sorted here. Vassilo, 54 million. I'm not filming it for a video. Get that image out of your head. We're going to accept that. 54 million. He's gone. Bye. I will say, if anyone sat watching this video thinking, wow, Jack, you are more full of beans than usual. You're quite lively today. This is what happens when I don't record a video for a day. I get this itch. I get this nervous tick. I've got all this energy, which I'm used to expelling in videos and streams, and I've not been able to do it. It's bad. It's bad. But I mean, maybe it makes the video entertaining. I don't know. Let me know. So in the ongoing quest for a left-back, I was using a feature that I don't really use that often, but... you can, in-game, if you go to the transfers tab, then go to Director of Football, you can basically just ask the Director of Football to suggest some players for you. So I asked Dougie Freeman, have you got any left-backs? And he's recommended this guy, Karstein Elpert. And I'll be honest, on the face of it, he looks like a very, very good left-back. Now, is he super world-class? Probably not. Not really. Not right now, but he's only 21. But I'll level with you, left-backs in this universe are just an endangered species. Like, there are no actual kind of world-class, amazing left wing-backs that jump out at me and I think, oh my god, I've got to have. Like, a lot of these players are kind of right-backs who can possibly play on the left. You know, they're players in their mid to late 20s, players who can play centre-back and left-back. They're not really necessarily the kind of wing-backs I'm looking for at an affordable price. And for the first time in a little while, to be fair, that I've used this. Yeah, it's actually suggested a good player. I realise the player's now gone off the list, so I've got to do it again. But yeah, Elpert, we'll get a scout report on him. I think he could be pretty good, to be honest. And yeah, if you've never seen that Director of Football recommended screen, it's useful. You can look for free players this way. You can ask for any position. And I'll just spitball you a couple of players. Sometimes it can send you into a rabbit hole and maybe some players there that you weren't aware of. Now, I remember Coldenti from before. He's quite good. But I do have Arjen Mans, Heinz Winter, Gura Jagger, Stephen Gold, and Sergio Lopez. Probably don't need another... and Middleby. I don't need another striker. Not right now. We've got a squad of... how many players? Like 31 players? 30. I've still not worked out what I'm doing about the goalkeeper situation either. Oh, there's so much to do. Okay, Vassilo has officially left us. Elsewhere, Yusuf Demir left on a free transfer to go to Real Madrid from Manchester United. So that's one of Manchester United's kind of golden generation of players who's left them. Just looking at things here. The Olympic Games being hosted in Qatar. I'm glad that international sporting events haven't changed in the last 15 years of this save game. And you know what? I think I'm going to end things here today. And the reason I'm going to do that is firstly because I've been recording for just under an hour. Secondly, because I don't know how my internet's going to be. I'd rather get a video that's slightly shorter up today rather than just no video for a second day in a row. The plan as well is that tomorrow we'll do the second half of the transfer window. What that does mean is you can tell me what you think of what we've done thus far. Are there players here who I should be getting rid of? We've got a squad of 30. Who should I be keeping? Who should I be getting rid of? Is my plan with Stephen Gold a terrible one? Yeah, let me know what you think. You know, this team here, it needs a bit more gutting out. The goalkeeping situation, I'm sure, will be a hot topic. I assume there's going to be nobody who thinks that Sergio Lopez was a bad signing. I think for the price, it was a bit of a no-brainer. And I think with the exception of a left-back, I'm kind of happy with the team on the whole right now. A backup left-back would be good. The depth looks good. It's really just about making some difficult, cutthroat decisions, I think, when it comes to cutting down the depth, but also kind of doing that with the consideration of players who are homegrown at club. Although, one thing I noticed, Sergio Lopez, homegrown at club from when he played for Man City and Fulham. So we have got that going for us at least. Anyway, hopefully this video has hit the interwebs. Hopefully you're actually able to watch this on Thursday. If you're not, that means I'm very, very sad and on the phone again to BT. Apologies for the patchy content as of late, especially if you've been someone enjoying the content on the second channel and enjoying the streams. Believe me when I say the whole situation I'm dealing with at the moment is as annoying for me as it is for you guys watching. I appreciate your patience. I'm trying to put on a positive mental attitude and not let it kind of seep into the videos. But we are now up to 8 days where the internet's not been good enough to stream, which is basically half my income just gone. It's not really ideal, I'll be honest with you. Thank you for watching as always today. Let me know your transfer thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Slap the like button. Do the likey thing. I don't know what's this. Do the likey thing. Never doing that again in a video. Right, we're going to end things here. Thank you for watching. I don't know what's happening. I'm off the rails. I've not done a video in a day and it's just, I've forgotten how to end them. How do I end the videos? I'm out. Bye.